Hello curious people, welcome to Jainism, the ancient science. I am Manisha Gala from India and today I am going to talk about fasting till death. The technical Jain term for this is Santhara. In the last episode we started with the concept of rapid shedding of karma and I explained that there are 12 ways in which you can shed your karma faster than normal. There are 6 external ways and 6 internal ways. The first external way was unshan or fasting. Now in Jainism, the fasting can be as small as 1 hour and it can be as long as 180 days. That's a limit set by Lord Mahavir for this era. So when a person starts fasting with a conscious decision of shedding karma, he pulls his future karma to present, weakens them and sheds them. How this happens? We know that body heat is required to digest the food, and when we don't eat anything, that heat is unused. So that unused internal heat, the Tejas body, heats the external body and it also heats the internal karmic body, and due to that heat the karma stored in karmic body, they become weak. So this internal heat reduces the intensity of karma, the power of karma, and these karma become weak and they shed without showing their effects. So this is the way you can pull your karma and shed it right now, so there is nothing left to suffer from in the future. This is one way of shedding karma, but this should be done mindfully. It shouldn't happen that your fasting ritual spoils your body. See, all religions including Jainism say that body is very important, it's a tool for your spiritual growth. If that is not fit, that is not proper, then how are you going to pursue your spiritual journey? And every body is different, every person's body is different, every person's karma is different. So a ritual one person takes, it may not be possible for the other person to take up. Even this fasting should be done mindfully. Of course, I am going to explain other ways to shed karma. So, don't feel sad that I can't even skip one meal or I can't stay hungry for even 1 hour. No, there are other ways also. But since we are discussing fasting right now, I would like to put that note that it should not result in any health issues. Do it comfortably. Mindful fasting has many health benefits, and definitely for whoever it is possible, they must take up such rituals, fasting rituals, but with a conscious mind. Now, science says fasting is good for health. Jainism also says fasting is good for health. It's good for longevity. Of course, Jainism wouldn't say for longevity because there is a altogether different karma. Ayushya karma is responsible for the lifespan. So, Jainism doesn't say that fasting increases your lifespan. No, everyone has been allotted a fixed maximum lifespan. A person can die before, but not after. So, that is fixed. So, that way you cannot increase your lifespan, but yes, you can live in a more healthy way till the end of life. Now, even after doing all these things, there are times when a person becomes weak because every body has an expiry date. No one is going to live forever. The body its cells are definitely going to deteriorate. Aging is a process. It can be slowed down, but it cannot be avoided completely. 95-year-old person wouldn't look like a 20 years old person. No, that's not possible. So eventually the body is going to get weak. For some people, they get some kind of illnesses. In some cases, terminally ill people. They also know that they are not going to survive for a long time. Now not much of life is left. So what to do? In that scenario, Jainism offers a way to peacefully surrender to death, and that is Santhara, that is fasting till death. Now there are certain preconditions for this Santhara. A person who is so weak that he or she cannot conduct the daily chores even with help is allowed to do Santhara. Or someone who is having terminal illness and medical science has given up, that now there is no more cure for this and the person has only few days or few months of life left and there is no remedy available for that disease. That person is allowed to do Santhara. Santhara cannot be done in anxiety, anger, depression. No. You should have stable mind. You should be fully conscious. It cannot be forced onto someone. You cannot persuade someone that, oh, now this is a situation, you should take Santhara. No. You can't do that. It has to be that person's will, because it is that person's body and he or she has a full right to decide how he or she wants to live till the end. So it cannot be forced upon someone. People in coma cannot be given Santhara because it will be their family's decision, not their own decision. People with Alzheimer's or any other mental illness cannot be given Santhara because again it is not their conscious decision. So these are the conditions, preconditions to Santhara. Even after a person decides to take Santhara, it is compulsory to take permission from the family members, immediate family members. Spouse, children, grandchildren, everyone should agree. The immediate family members should be informed and their consent is required that okay, we are okay for this Santhara. We are okay if our family member, the elderly person or the ill person is willing to take Santhara, and it should be allowed. I mean, I am okay with that. We are okay with that. Such consent is required. Then the next step is the consent from the Jain sect he or she is following, from the higher authorities, maybe some acharya or some senior Jain monk. That monk should be consulted, must be informed about the willingness of that person for Santhara. That person will evaluate the entire situation and may or may not give the consent. After all these consents are taken, then comes one more step, practicing. Are you actually ready for such long fasting? See, Santhara can last for even 1 or 2 days or 2 months. You never know how your body is going to react to this fasting ritual. And in Santhara, initially only the food is stopped. Water is still allowed. So the person can stay for many days on water, because that also provides nutrition to the body. And another thing, important thing, is the body mass. Sometimes a person may be immobile but the body is very heavy, then the Santhara will take too long. So in such cases a practice ritual is suggested, and that is called Sanlekhana. Sanlekhana is gradually reducing your body mass through fasting. So in Sanlekhana, generally, first it begins with alternate days of fasting. 1 day fast, 1 day eat, 1 day fast, 1 day eat. When a person becomes comfortable with that, then 2 days of fasting, 1 day of eating food. That way gradually it goes up to 4 days of fasting, 1 day of eating. So it is about training your body, and also it gives you a chance to think whether you want to step back. It may happen that person feels nice that, oh, my illness is gone, now I am feeling fit due to fasting or whatever things, some internal changes have happened and I want to live life now, I am ready for life. Yes, of course, after that Sanlekhana also a person can step back. I don't want to do Santhara, because Santhara is your own decision. Nobody is forcing on you. It's you who don't want to live because XYZ reason. Then this Santhara is taken. So if you don't want to take Santhara, it's fine. In the ancient times, it used to happen that Santharas were forced. Even that I have heard the stories that after 5-6 days of fasting, the person cries, I want to eat laddu, I want to eat this, I don't want to stay hungry, and the people will push, no, 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 now you have taken Santhara, now you can't eat anything, now everything is announced. Everyone knows about it, a lot of social pressure, and that is why now such announcements are made only after few days of fasting are over. Sanlekhana rituals are normally not announced because it's a trial. A person may or may not take up Santhara later. So Sanlekhana is done quietly, even initial days of Santhara, now depending on the person's health. See, terminally ill people may not survive for more than 3-4 days, already very weak. So then also only the immediate family members are informed about this. But after a week has passed, then outside world people are also informed. That is because people may get inspired to such peaceful surrenders, and that is why it is announced. And when such Santhara is announced, then people come and visit that Santhara person, bow to that person, appreciate that person. Even strangers come, unknown people are also allowed. Now there are many protocols about this, visiting this Santhara person, and I have given all these things in my book. It is Jainism FAQs, in which I have written 7 sections giving basic information about all Jain concepts, the basic concepts. 7 sections you can see, and in the 4th section I have written about Santhara, everything about Santhara, what can be done, what cannot be done, if you are visiting a Santhara person, then what to do. All these things are written in this book. Those interested can pick up this book from Amazon, or it is also available on Kindle. You can read there and know more about this Santhara rituals and protocols and what to do, what not to do when we are visiting a Santhara person. So finally the Santhara is over. Then what? Of course, there are certain rituals that are followed. Santhara death is not considered as a normal death. So normally in Jains or Hindus, the body is cremated. Here also it is cremated. But Santhara person is never laid down on the wooden bed. Instead, that person goes in a sitting position, in a decorated palanquin. Not just men, even women and children go for this cremation. There is a proper procession. They hail the person, they Jai Mahavir and all this, that slogans. Many slogans are also made, and it's a proper procession. Then the person is cremated, normally like other Jain people are cremated, but in a sitting position. This was all about Santhara, and throughout the Santhara, one very important thing, the equanimity of mind should be maintained. You cannot feel angry, you cannot feel irritated, you cannot feel depressed. No, you have to keep your mind stable. That is a precondition. That's the whole idea of peaceful surrender. It is not suicide. You are not doing something in that moment that, oh, I want to end my life. No, it's not that. It is a very, very systematic way to surrender to death, and you don't know how many days are going to go like this, hungry or in fasting. So definitely Santhara is not suicide, and many people the radical Jains, what we call Shravak and Shravika, they always think that I should get a chance to do Santhara, to go peacefully, that I shouldn't die of some sudden death or sudden illness or say heart attack or anything else which doesn't give a chance to bow to Lord or to to chant the mantras and to stay stable while going, fully conscious while going, while leaving this world. So many people look forward to this Santhara, and I don't have any bias for doing Santhara or not doing Santhara, because I understand that more than fasting, that equanimity of mind is more important. A person leaving this world must be at peace. That is more important, whether hungry or whether in a comfortable, happy, healthy situation. You can have your own decision whether to go for Santhara or not. Of course, nobody knows when a person is going to die, so it is always better to have that stable mind throughout the life, control your negative emotions. That is going to help you more in shedding your karma. And now in the next episodes, I will speak about some more food related restrictions that also help in rapid shedding of karma. Till then, stay connected.